This is Rob Tebbutt for Behind the Gloves. I'm here with David Higgins of Duco Events at the Anthony Joshua Joseph Parker press conference. Nice to see you again, David.
Hi, good to be here.
How are you doing?
Good, thank you.
Good. So, not quite the spicy train wreck that many thought it was going to be today. Would you agree?
Yeah, I'd agree. I think underneath it all, AJ and Parker are both humble and respectable. They're not the guys going to roll around wrestling each other on stage, and they're meeting for the first time, and there is some genuine respect. So, there's a lot of time to promote. Eddie Hearn will be frustrated. He would have loved to see someone like me amp it up and train wreck it, but no, not today. Eddie can wait.
It did seem to me like Eddie Hearn perhaps was trying to get under your skin, maybe trying to set you off. Did you feel that way in the press conference?
Yeah, I did. He was trying to set me off, and I was tempted, but I thought, hey, I'll let him have day, and I'll come back next time.
Now you've been as close, obviously Eddie was saying you're 5 feet away from Anthony Joshua now. Do you feel any different about the situation as you did perhaps before today?
No, not at all. And I thought Joshua was quite nice and respectful. He shook our hands, including mine. He seems like a nice bloke. I still think he's in trouble on March 31. And I didn't back off what we said. Today I said more than once. Parker's got a better chin. Parker's mentally tougher. Parker's quicker, and Parker has better footwork. I repeated it. Hearn tried to say I didn't say it, but just, Eddie's trying to rewrite history.
You said to me the other day that there are ways and means of promoting a fight. You can go in and you can explain things, or you can go in and, in your own words, train wreck it. What did we see today?
I think we saw a psychologically awkward exchange between parties feeling each other out. Like Parker will be wondering what to make of Joshua and vice versa. We saw Eddie, a frustrated Eddie, trying to wind things up, but it didn't quite get wound up. I think the fight speaks for itself. It's the first intercontinental heavyweight unification in maybe a decade or more. 2 unbeaten champions, and that sells itself, but we're still going to sell it. But today it was about meeting each other and feeling each other out.
Now, when I spoke to you last week, you were still very much in negotiations. You were due to meet Eddie Hearn the next day. After that, a deal was tied up fairly quickly. Can you just tell me how that came about and how you tied the deal up?
We just sat down and went through point by point. He's sensible, I'm sensible. There's no ego problem. We basically agreed on nearly everything to the point that we got the contract signed.
And obviously the fight heads to Cardiff. Happy with that?
Yeah, it makes sense. Big stadium, 80,000, has a roof on it.
And I just want to end the interview by talking about, something that you said the other day about Joshua. You perceived him to be mentally rattled. Yeah. Obviously it came up today about perceived mental fragility that you have. Joseph Parker was in the press for some statements that he made regarding Anthony Joshua and steroids. Now, I know yourself have been keen to distance yourself from those comments. What are your comments on the statements made by Joseph Parker?
Well, Joshua accused Parker of being addicted to pies, kind of like saying you're fat. And in the heat of the moment, Parker will spit out whatever pops in the head. You look like you might be on steroids. He didn't really mean it. It was a throwaway quip. But I think looking back, he probably wouldn't say it again. I don't think he needs to apologise because it was never a serious comment.
Is it something that you've spoken to Joseph about privately?
Yeah, I had. Yeah, well, for 5 seconds I said, yeah, leave that one alone.
Okay, well, David Higgins, after spending an hour with you last week, which was an absolute pleasure, I'm going to let you go now because I know you're very busy. Thanks very much for speaking to Behind the Gloves. Look forward to a potential train wreck at some stage in the future.
Thank you very much.
Thanks very much.
Cheers. Hey, fight fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps, and if you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you go ahead and do so by clicking right here.